Welcome to Resonance, the resonating prescription for your life. Every story has a beginning. This is ours, and we'd like to share it with you now. As you listen to this story, we hope it resonates in you, and that you see how this could be the beginning of your very own story. Each of our lives is like a book. That book, that story could be the one you wouldn't want to open, like the monster book, or it could be one full of possibilities, like Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You Will Go. Let me ask you a question. Which book would you rather have represent your life? You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Let me share with you a story about Bill and Betty. Bill worked his entire life in the same factory until his death at just 68. He traded time and worked hard for his dollars. He had little or no time for his family. Upon his passing, Betty had to go to work for the first time in her life. With what little savings she had and with Bill's Social Security, it just wasn't enough. She became an innkeeper and had to leave her own home daily, while trying to raise a teenager as a now single mom. Bill worked hard and worked himself literally to death. He didn't know there might be another way to living his life or raising his children. Now let me share John's story. John was Bill and Betty's son. Of course, like most of us, he believed what he was taught as he grew up. So he thought the same thing about how you make a living and how to live life. He started out working in a factory just like his dad Bill had done. He started work at that factory and quickly witnessed people who had been there for 30, 40, even 50 years who didn't have a positive outlook or hope for the future. It was so disturbing that he broke the bond by lunchtime on his first day in the factory. He then found himself working for a florist as a delivery guy. He then thought, what if I can own my very own florist shop and have the lifestyle of being self-employed, being a business owner? So he tried several brick-and-mortar businesses. What he realized was that all he had done was bought himself a job, once again trading time for money, with little time for his family, just like his parents had done. On several occasions, John even found himself unemployed, nothing he had planned for. Then John found a different way. But wait, I'm getting ahead of the story. We'll get back to that in just a moment. Yes, this is just one family story, but the base story of trading time for money is being lived by millions today. Maybe it's even a little similar to a piece of your story. In the midst of jobs, starting a business, and unemployment, John was introduced to something called network marketing. Sadly, he wasn't open-minded, for he had a preconceived idea of what it was. He was known to laugh at those that were even stupid enough to get involved in such an industry. He was uneducated. He knew nothing about it. Maybe you've heard this quote before, people are down on what they're not up on. John was a real Dan Downer. Like many others, John was naive enough to think that all network marketing companies were created equal. The only difference between the companies was a name and a logo. Of course, he found out that he was dead wrong. All cars can get you from point A to point B, right? But if you had your choice, which of these would get you there faster? Another great illustration of the same principle is Knott's Berry Farm. Did you know Knott's Berry Farm was the first theme park in America? Very few do. But take a look at their ad. They bill themselves as California's second greatest attraction. What made them second if they were first? On the other side of the illustration, a man with a vision, a man who created a company that was vastly different from what was going on just 6 miles away. What made Knott's Berry Farm second? What was so different that Walt Disney created the greatest theme parks around the world today? Vision. Can I ask you a question? What's your vision for you, for your family, and for your life? Anyway, back to our story. John found that he needed to educate himself about network marketing, and particularly Zango. What is it that makes Zango so different and the right place to write some of the pages of your story? First, it starts with 6 amazing, talented people, the owners of this company. Collectively, they not only bring hundreds of years of business experience, but do so with success. They each have a special talent, a gift for connecting with people beyond the business plan. They build friendships and life plans with all those that choose to work with Zango. Next, of course, the products. The first being Zango Juice, a product so unique it's patented. It soared to over $1 billion in sales in just the first 5 years after it was launched. This level of success is unheard of, not just in network marketing, but in almost every traditional business in history as well. The product, well, it simply works. Zango Juice continues to be a huge cornerstone for those that are already part of our story. Today, Zango operates in over 1 million square feet of office and warehouse space around the world. Not bad for a company that started out in an office that was just about the size of an oversized cubicle. The company was debt-free within their first few months of operation and were giving to global charities within just a few weeks of opening their doors. From day one, before they saw the success that was coming, charity and giving back was in place. It was not an afterthought. Zango gives 7% net profits to worthy causes that give back to children around the world. The same heart behind giving back also goes into our products, as well as the way the founders and representatives conduct themselves daily to help build the lives of others. The story gets even better. Out of the tens of thousands of companies that have ever started in the network marketing industry, only a few have ever made it past year number 10. It's nice to be counted amongst them. Plus, in the first 10 years alone, Zango opened its doors in over 40 countries, opened 27 international offices, and have nearly 50 distribution centers to get our products to people around the globe in a timely manner. But Zango is more than just a handful of companies that surpassed that 10-year mark. From the humble beginnings and launch of our company, we have set and eclipsed some great records. Zango was the fastest network marketing company to $100 million and $250 million per year in sales, and has now surpassed multi-billions of dollars in total revenue. Want to know the best part? We're just getting warmed up. All this is great, but how does it translate? What about the people? What's that track record? Some that decided to plug themselves into this story have already made millions. So far, over 100 people have made over $1 million, and a third of them have become multi-millionaires. The great thing about our plan is that for those individuals to have that kind of success, they had to help others that have made 5 and 6 figures, and some that just make an extra paycheck at the end of each month. Let's turn the page of our story, see what else there is. You have all heard of Ponce de Leon, right? Or at least the Fountain of Youth? In the 1500s, the Spanish voyager arrived in what is now Florida and came across the miracle. The miracle was said to be found in the revitalizing waters found in a well near the Atlantic Ocean in the northern part of La Florida, as he called it. Today, as we know, his story was brought on by a reaction from a tea served by the local Indians at that time. It makes for an interesting story, however. Ponce de Leon's story has played a role in the lives of countless others as they continue to seek their own personal fountain of youth, and also plays into our story here as well. Our story isn't about miracles or trying to sell you on the fact that you're going to live forever. It might sound great, right? But it's not possible. Our story is about how it's possible to live healthier longer. That story is part of Zalo, a brand new brand within our already existing exciting company, Zango. Enter ageless to our story. There's a tagline I love about this product. Life is for living. That's exactly what many are doing thanks to this one-of-a-kind product, living life, not just existing in it. There are 3 key blends that make up the ageless product. The first blend is the Cellular Regeneration Blend, containing 3 key ingredients, mangosteen, lychee, and shilajit. Inflammation has been recognized and continues to be studied as a key component to almost all diseases known to man. Mangosteen has been studied extensively and is known to help combat the effects of inflammatory reactions in the human body. Lychee has been shown scientifically to help with better circulation and to combat visceral fat, the intra-abdominal fat that is most dangerous in the human body. In the thermal images, you can see for yourself the improved circulation in a 30-minute time lapse inside the human body study. In the scan images, you can see significant reduction over 10 weeks of the visceral fat. Shilajit was once considered to be the key to immortality. It is found in the high mountain ranges like the Himalayas. It has over 80 trace minerals. Shilajit helps the body to adapt to stress at a cellular level by improving the mitochondria function and reducing oxidative stress. Mitochondria, you know, those power plants in each of our cells you probably haven't thought of since high school biology class. The second of the 3 key blends is the Rejuvenation Blend. The Rejuvenation Blend includes L-leucine to help build and maintain muscle mass and to help insulin to work better. GABA. GABA has a calming effect and creates natural HGH, otherwise known as human growth hormones, in the body. Tribulus has a strong effect on helping the body produce more testosterone. Aloe vera, which of course has long been known for its healing powers, it helps support the gut health. So important for your immune system. If the gut's not right, nothing's right. Also a great source for vitamins, including B12 for both bone and brain health. The third, but not least, key blend of ageless is the Cardiovascular Blend. With cardiovascular disease being the #1 killer in the world today, Who wouldn't love a safe, natural, and effective way to support this system of the body? Beetroot powder helps create more nitric oxide in the body, allowing muscles to work better, including the heart, while grape seed and grape skin extracts help with inflammation and have the natural ability to slow down the aging process. I don't know about you, but slowing down the aging process sure sounds a lot better than speeding it up. Let's take a look at some of the ageless stories and what it has done so far for some people around the world. Here's Margaret's story. In my 40s, I was told that my bones were as brittle as those of an 80-year-old who had osteoporosis. Conclusion: there has been a significant increase in bone density, 10.8% within the lumbar spine, since the most recent comparison examination. How about Rod and Linda's story? Improvement in our blood pressures after only 1 month on Zalo Ageless. Anna's story? Well, it pretty much speaks for itself. Just take a look at the picture on the right. Does the story get any better? You bet it does. How about Amy? 7% increase in kidney function after just 1 month on the product. Not bad for a gal who had a kidney transplant and has never seen such a vast improvement. Val's story. Shoveled 3 feet of snow from my driveway twice, in the same day actually. Shoveled a 12 by 12 deck, cooked dinner, cleaned the 25-gallon turtle tank, and then she jokes, now what to do for the rest of the evening. Oh, by the way, Val's over 60 years old, might I mention. There are thousands of stories just like these. Maybe yours will be the next one. Now, to get some of the benefits of all those amazing ingredients, you could take 17 or more pills or capsules, etc. each day, or you could simply mix 1 packet of Ageless in with just a few ounces of water and drink it an hour or so before you go to sleep. You get all the benefits, and it costs about half as much as taking all those pills. Isn't your health worth just a few dollars a day? Aren't you worth just a few dollars a day? And who doesn't like free? We even have a program that can allow you to get your product each month for free. It's called Nothing Beats Free. Now, on to the next chapter of our story. So, what would you like less of in your life? Less stress, less taxes, less bad health days, less running around like crazy, less months where there is more month than money, less uphill battles that lead to nowhere? Now ask yourself, what would you like more of in your life? More tax deductions? Isn't it time you start keeping what you earn instead of giving it back to the government? More time for the things you love, more time with your family, more vacations, even taking some for free or having the ability to write them all off on your taxes. More money than months, so you can afford to do all the things you want to and have increased time flexibility. More health. It's okay not to be sick, and it's also okay to have more energy as well. What if the Social Security system was broken? What if you outlived your retirement nest egg? What would life look like then? Would it still be filled with vacations and living life to its fullest? Or would it become a nightmare, the same nightmare so many are facing in the world today? What if you could start leveraging your time and efforts? Would an extra paycheck per month or the ability to earn more than Social Security will most likely ever pay you change your life and your family's situation forever? What if that check could grow month after month for the rest of your life? The ironic thing is that people with the least leverage in their lives, who do the bumper-to-bumper, simply existing thing, day in, day out, are the ones that think that network marketing isn't even a viable option. We have a business model and a plan that's about lifting people up and helping them cross over to a new way of thinking, not beating them down and letting negative thinking and negative people direct their futures. Let me share with you how traditional business sees a product and how we in our business model see it. In traditional business, a company takes a product from manufacturer to the consumer, with distribution, expensive advertising, celebrity endorsements, all the way through until it comes to you, the end consumer. Of course, every step along the way, adding more cost to the consumer. In our model, we bring it from the manufacturer directly to you, the consumer, which means higher quality products and ingredients along with reasonable costs. Typically, traditional businesses spend about 50% of the money on advertising, paying celebrities to tell you how great the product is, most of them not even using the product. In our model, we pay out an actual 50%, but it's real people with real stories that get paid the advertising dollars. In the end, he or she that tells the story the most times can earn the most advertising dollars in return, regardless of when they joined. How does it all work? You actually share with others and build a network of people two different ways. The first way is helping people love the products and become a customer. You get paid time and time again when the customer makes a purchase. The second way is when someone else says, I want to build another income just like you. This is called a business partner or a brand partner. As they share and help others become customers and business partners, your network builds bigger. In return for building both ways, you now get paid on an entire network, not just the person that said yes to you directly. This is the part of leverage we talked about just a moment ago. Did you know you're already building a network and net worth for others every day? It happens every time you share a good movie, restaurant, or even watch your favorite television show. They actually banked on you doing it. Best part for those companies, you're doing it for free. Isn't it time you get paid for your own great referrals? Remember a band that came to America in 1964, the Beatles? Who could forget? Guess what? They make more money today than ever before. Why? It's called residual income. Now, you might not be the next Paul McCartney, but by sharing the same opportunity with others around the world, you too can create the same kind of income. This means do the work once and get paid for your efforts over and over again, just like the Beatles. As if weekly and monthly referral fees were not a good enough incentive, how about a lifestyle bonus of $400 to $800 per month and other bonuses that were part of the plan? As your network grows, your net worth grows, and more bonuses come your way. All this for just sharing a story and plugging people into the same exact system that you're experiencing right now. I love this quote from one of the greatest business entrepreneurs of all time, Sir Richard Branson. He says, if you get a great opportunity but aren't sure how to do it, just say yes, then learn how later. If what you've seen and heard makes sense to you, go ahead and say yes. We have all the trainings and this system in place already to help you have success. What if, after all this, after this amazing story we just shared with you here today, that the worst thing that happened was due to ageless, you lost a little weight, increased your energy levels, and slept great, and can do that for the rest of your life? Would that be all so bad? Nope, I didn't think so either. Most stories, like the great one you just heard, always have a happy ending, right? But who would want a great story like this to end? No one, of course. In fact, in the words of one of our founders and CEO Emeritus, Gary Hollister, he says, this is just the beginning. Thank you for taking the time to learn about our story. We hope as it progressed, you've been inspired to see how it could help you start writing your own story. Please get back to the person who shared this resonance system and story with you. Let them know you're ready to write the story of the rest of your life.